right, I am back. That was about 30 seconds of Cody Rhodes' theme song, Kingdom, by Elia. I hope it was heard. It's a good song, a very good song. And I'm back. I hope everybody hears me well. I hope my audio and video go well. I haven't tested it in a little bit. If you see me look down, I am watching the Yankee game currently going on, so I'm watching a little bit of what's going on. I can obviously have everything written down so I can pay attention. All right, let me pull that down. All right, this is Chazz Says Anything, back, and hopefully better than ever. Episode 42, the hiatus is over. Chazz is back. What do you want to talk about? And if you know what I'm saying, I think you know what I mean. Okay? So if you like what you see or like what you hear, click subscribe. Click the subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner if you haven't already subscribed. I see one eye on, and I'm hoping it is my son. We will see. Okay, so let's start off. Why the hiatus? Plain and simple, it was more about wedding preparation than anything else. Like, that was the key for me, was wedding prep. Because as many people have known, some people here, I have been engaged to Beth, who has been on the show before, for over 6 years, 9 years total being together. I have a comment. Let's find out who it is. Charger, New Jersey, play. Yes, is me, Daddy. It wouldn't work on my computer. What is yes? Oh, yes, what was his name? He's not Daniel Bryan, not Bryan Danielson. Yeah, I don't have that. It's not up and queued, so that's not something I'm doing right now, dude. Appreciate the comment, though. So why the hiatus? Like I said, another comment? Sorry, I accidentally said it wrong. No problem, dude. So why the hiatus? Number one, like I said, it was the wedding. Beth and I were prepping for our wedding, and I'll get to that. Number two, it ended up unfortunately happening. I got sick twice. Early April, early May. You might have seen it in one of my last episodes that I did get sick. I didn't even sound right. And things just didn't go well. I'm much better. Okay. I'm it's been a week now that I can finally say I am a married man. And if you could see, and I will share our wedding picture. That is my lovely bride right there with me standing next to me. I'm okay looking. I'm good looking enough. My lovely bride. There we go. So that's my lovely bride. Put the picture up last Sunday. I think Judge just got hit. Oh, jeez. He actually walked to the mound. Oh, boy. Judge got hit and walked to the mound. Anyway. And I'm back. Okay, sorry about that, Charger. Whoever else, I do apologize. My internet went out. I don't know what the deal was. It's not the house, it's the computer. I will get that fixed and hopefully get on with the show before this goes bad again. Anyway, that was my beautiful wife. She is now the Mrs. Elizabeth Ann Porcelana Kalos, the love of my life. And it was a great ceremony. I had fun at the reception. I am very pleased to say my kids were dancing. It was nice to see that. There's pictures, there's video on Facebook. We'll probably go over the video. At some point, there is video that my brother Kevin took, and we'll get it hopefully online sooner than later. So that's been my hiatus. I have been working a lot. Yeah, so that's kind of 40 hours a week has been struggling for me. Let's see, another comment. I was. Appreciate it. I was Charger. Anyway, and I think it's John. You're John, right? John Salerno. Yes, I think that's your name on this. Okay. WWE, big thing right now. Going on right now with Clash at the Castle and Monday Night Raw. So let's go back to Clash at the Castle. Best crowd moments? No, I don't need that. So first match, and I saw most of the matches. Let's go to the first match, and it's not showing the first match. I don't know why. Let's see. There it is. The I Quit match. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Pretty good match. Honestly, another comment, and I don't even see you on. I was dancing. Yeah, bro, I don't see you. Anyway. Not brand. So, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles, I Quit. The winner was Cody Rhodes, retained his title. Good match. All in all, AJ Styles, I mean, they were going back and forth for a while. And AJ Styles, it was kind of funny. I mean, he for the last minute and a half, he was getting his you-know-what kicked. And for the most part, it was, that whole, not scene, but the whole match for near the end, AJ, you could sense he was ready to just be done. And he was about to get hit with stairs, which is funny. People have gotten hit with stairs before. I guess usually they're either knocked out or they're just running into it. He saw this coming from a mile away, and he knew he did not want to get hit for whatever reason. He wasn't like, you could have put your arm up and actually blocked it. So AJ Styles, he says I quit, and that was it. That was the end of that match. The women's tag team champion. Every match for this was a title match for this Clash at the Castle. Women's tag team titles, triple threat match. It went to the Scottish girls. Isla Dawn and Alba Ray. I wish I knew her name. It's Isla and the two Scottish girls. We'll just say that. But they won over Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, who weren't even in the match at the time when the pinfall was made. The pinfall was made on Shayna Baszler, if I remember correctly. Shayna Baszler got the little crap kicked out of her and probably her head kicked in, and that's how they won. But that was a pretty good match for a triple threat, I gotta say. Really good match for a triple threat. The next match, Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. You almost knew this storyline was how this was going to go. The storyline with Chad Gable and his wrecking crew of, I don't want to say misfits, they're good people. These are really good wrestlers. Oh my God, hold on a second, guys. Go watch live now, forget it. Hold on. Oh, now it's going to go to commercial, whatever. Anyway, sorry about that. So, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, I do see that comment, I'll get to it in a minute. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, what am I want to call them, American Legions? Whoever they are. You could see that they wanted to work with Chad Gable, but it was just it was a matter of time that it was going to happen. And thankfully, uh, the big guy did not want to hurt Sami Zayn. Like he just Otis, that's his name. Otis did not want to hurt. Two comments. Okay, I'll get to them. Let's say start today. Oh, look who's back. The OC. The ocean split and arrived, Chad. Yes, I am back. Most of the last 12 minutes are me talking. Just so you know, there's some pause. I did go out. I'm going to let you know start today and Charger NJ who you're on. If it goes out again, I will be back. My computer is having an issue, but hopefully I can get through this without that. Anyway, so again with Flash. I have it twice. How did I do that? Well, that was stupid. Okay. Well, the Yankees do well, and I go there. Okay. So, what else happened? Sami Zayn, that was that. The one match I didn't see was McIntyre and Priest, and I heard, not AJ. That's his wife. CM Punk was in the match as a referee, came in just more as a distraction, and that is what it is. McIntyre loses, Priest wins, and in that fashion, I don't think Priest would have wanted to win in that fashion, but he did. Oh, no, I forgot the one I did see. Piper Niven lost the match to Bailey. Bailey retained. Piper had a hell of a match, and I'm out. There we go. I'm back. Piper had a hell of a match. Piper Niven is better than I think most people expected. So she'll be around. I think she needs to drop Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green. I agree with whoever was calling that match, and I think it was one of the guys from SmackDown, not Wade Barrett, the other one. One who just had the kid with Carmella, that's her name. He basically said that flat out go. So that's that show. The only five things in that show. Like I said, that was a Saturday on demand thing, and it was just something that for the most part I wanted to watch. It's just that the last match my kid wanted to play baseball, and Aiden's supposed to be on. I don't know where he is. Maybe he's already sleeping. Who knows what happened? Aiden did say he was going to come on. We will see. All right, let's see what Raw had. Jey Uso versus Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. Ooh, that's an interesting show. Okay, this is huge. I was busy watching other stuff last night. Drew McIntyre quits WWE. If that's real, I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. I get his shtick with CM Punk. Maybe it does have to do with his contract. That's why he said he quit. What Drew's going to go to AEW now? We'll see. I don't know. I'm maybe he quits WWE, but maybe he goes to NXT or something. I mean, we'll see. Seth Rollins returns. Yay, he's not as hurt as he used to be. Let's All right, I'm back. Sorry. Yes, Daddy, you're down. It's happening again. Yeah. Charger NJ. I'm on, Daddy. Okay. Anyway, I see you both back on. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like I said, I got off WWE and that just screwed me up. So Monday night, apparently the big thing was Drew McIntyre quit. We'll see where that lands him in other places. All right, let's go to what's actually currently happening and dealing with. Boston Celtics. Congratulations. You won your 18th championship, beating Dallas in 5 games. And 4 of those games were very dominant games from what I saw in the highlights. I mean, Boston beat the crap out of my Knicks. So, from what I remember watching when I was on hiatus, I'll try to check some out. I'm watching Mike. I'm watching NXT. Okay. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, Mike, what is it? Mike is my brother's girlfriend's son who lives in New York watching NXT right now. You can watch me later, that's fine. But you could also put me on your phone, watching me on your phone and watching NXT on TV, on mute. As long as this keeps working, you can do that. Anyway. So Boston Celtics win. Boston had their crowd out in the city, running around, dancing around, having fun, dancing on buses. From what I saw, didn't destroy it like Montreal did back when the Canadiens won years ago. And I've been told not to say anything about the Philadelphia debacle in 2016. I'll keep it at that. Anybody else can talk about it. I can't. Anyway, so. Boston Celtics, they look good. Like they look good, and honestly, Dallas didn't have the full team that Boston did. Boston had a bench of like 7-8 people, including a busted Porzingis, and still did it. Kyrie was Kyrie, amazingly. This is the Kyrie that Boston and the Brooklyn Nets needed on their team. I don't know why Kyrie all of a sudden changed. Makes no sense to me. But is Luka the answer for Kyrie's, calling to be good? Maybe. But if that's the case, then they need to build around those two because that's something they're going to need to do. And I'm not going to talk about NBA. I will say this, though. NBA-wise, NBA, thank you email from Adam Silver. I got it sometime. What time? I got it an hour ago, 6:43. So it says, if you're an NBA fan and I guess if they have your membership and they watch you, dear Charles, this is from actually Adam Silver. Wow, I went from 3 to 0. How did I go to that? That's weird. I had 3 eyes to 0 eyes. Anyway, dear Charles, thank you for being a part of a memorable NBA season full of historic milestones. We introduced our first NBA Cup. Yeah, I saw it. Wasn't that great? We witnessed a talented group of young stars emerge. There's more in the WNBA, but I'll keep my opinions there. With the Boston Celtics winning a record 18th title, I just said that, we crowned our 6th different champion in 6 years. Yeah, they'll probably go back to back next year too, unless New York or somebody else figures it out. This is a golden era of NBA competition. I think the 80s were more golden than this. As we enter the offseason, the basketball calendar gets even busier. The NBA and WNBA apps will have every moment covered, from headline-grabbing WNBA season to our expanded 2-day NBA draft to NBA Summer League in Las Vegas. He's pumping everybody up if you're an NBA fan. Me, I like the WNBA. I'll talk about that in a little bit. NBA draft, I'll watch the first 10 picks. I'm not sure I'm going to watch much more. NBA Summer League, I can stream it on my phone. I'm not going to go search it to watch on my regular TV. And then late this summer, men's and women's basketball. That's what I'll be watching. The Olympics, which I will talk about at some point. Not today because we're not into Olympics time yet. Our teams, players, and entire NBA community appreciate your support of the league. Because of you, the game of basketball has never been more popular around the world. Fine. He had the sincerely, Adam Silver. That's fine. I saved these actually. Adam NBA. Do I have NBA in here? Yep, NBA emails. There we go. That gets saved to my NBA emails. Anyway, okay. So that's the thank you from the NBA. Next on the list, NHL Finals could end tonight with Florida leading Edmonton 3-1. We had it about a week ago where Florida was winning 3-0 and Boston was leading 3-0. That almost actually ended up being what was called, and I actually was prepared for it, the first double sweep by any team in, I think it was 30 years. So two teams actually did something like that 30 years ago, where they had I think it was 1995. 4-0. I think the Devils were part of that, if I'm correct. Another comment. Daddy, you can talk about how I got the Velveteen Rabbit. I will talk about that. See, Aiden, you should have said, okay, Trojan NJ, I don't know who that is. I thought that, I really thought this was John Salerno. Aiden, if this is you, and I see you're calling me Daddy, and I got confused because other people can call me Daddy. You gotta say, Daddy, this is Aiden. You just shouldn't have said, I was really confused for a while, Aiden. Okay, now I see you're watching. Got it. Let me go back to everything you said. Hold on. Sorry, I accidentally said it wrong. I was dancing. Oh, you see, I should have noticed from when you said you were dancing. You do dance. And now you're thinking, I'm on Daddy. Now I get it. So start today. I can call you Daddy. Dude, I only see one. How? I don't even see you start today. I see one person, which is Charger NJ, and that's my son. Aiden, you should have told me this was you. Okay, so now I know this is you. I should edit this, actually. Let's see, can I do it? Actually, I could start. Maybe, would that work? Anyway, okay. Start today. You don't have to call me Daddy. That's okay. I got two kids. Unless you're a hunter, which I don't think you are. So going back to the NHL. NHL Finals could end tonight. I don't have a rooting interest in Florida to beat the crap out of my Rangers. And it's not my Rangers, but it hurt a little bit because they have a really good team. All right. Let's talk a little bit about baseball. And I talked about this. I have another comment. Let's see. Who is it? Chazz with the Velvet Rabbit. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Velveteen Rabbit start today, not Velvet Rabbit. My son said, Daddy, can you talk about how I got the Velveteen Rabbit? Velveteen Rabbit is a book, actually, not a show. I know that's not Hunter. Aiden, I know, I'm joking. It was a joke. Is Hunter watching on yours? I'm curious about that. But I will talk about this one, the Velveteen Rabbit, sooner than later, okay? I will absolutely talk about that. Okay. Anthony Rizzo, Ian Hamilton, and Cody Poteet going IL as of today for the Yankees. And then, in turn, we bring up from Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Aiden, you've been there. You've been to that stadium. Probably not to see this guy. This guy wasn't in Scranton when you saw him, or you saw the team. Ben Rice, who's playing first base tonight, and actually a catcher as well. So we now have three catchers on the Yankees, and first baseman, and hopefully with a decent batting average, and he's a lefty. Like, I'm praying to God this kid is a lifer. I really am. And then we got two guys for the pitchers, Clayton Andrews, and I hope I get this name right, Anthony Misowitz. I'm hoping to God it's Misowitz. Two lefties for two righties. Very interesting. So, I mean, that means I think we have now three lefties, which is going to be an interesting mix how, the manager, Aaron Boone, is going to use this, Okay, so let's do a little deep dive. I wrote some things down. Here we go. Okay. So, I initially, when I Ben Rice said, I said, well, Ben Rice, he was assigned to Scranton Wilkesboro on June 5th. Will he come up on August 1st or maybe sooner? Obviously, it was a lot sooner. Okay, let me do this real quick before I go into my deep dive. Who's Hunter? He's my other twin son. That's who's Hunter. Anyway, back to my deep dive. So my deep dive into Ben Rice. Benjamin Kimball Rice, born February 22nd, 1999 in Cohasset, Massachusetts, was drafted in 2021 in the 12th round by the New York Yankees, the 363rd pick out of Dartmouth University. And he was currently scheduled to play in Buffalo tonight, or against Buffalo tonight. Ben Rice's stats as of today, before he got brought up, he was number 38. He's now number 93. Is he about up? No, Volpe's up right now. His stats for today, as of today, that he bats left, throws right. He's 6'1" and he weighs 215 pounds. I got to get down to that. His 2024 minor league stats are 61 hits in 22 at bats for a 275 average, 15 home runs, 45 runs scored, 36 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, an on-base percentage of 393, and an OPS, which is on-base plus slugging, of a 925. That's the reason, plus the fact that Anthony Rizzo got hurt. He is a guy who can play first. He's played there enough in the minors. They feel with his lefty at bat, they could use him, and he's on the cheap. He's a rookie. So now with the rare riders with that AAA team, that Aiden knows pretty well. The rare riders, his stats were 14 for 42 for a 333 average. Hunter will know that 333 average is a very good average. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs in 11 games. His bad stat, one bad stat. His strikeouts. He's 23.4% of his bats in the minors. 23.4%. That's one almost every 4. In Scranton, it's a lesser time, but it's about the same, 23.8. So that's a little rough, but hopefully he won't have that too much. I'm a little parched, excuse me. All right. I think that's enough about Mr. Rice. Well, hopefully he'll do well tonight, and I'll be able to talk about him more. Okay, so before I go into another Yankee thing, because I do have one more Yankee thing, I got to talk about this. Is Grimace from McDonald's the reason the New York Mets are on a 6-game winning streak? My answer, no. It's a great coincidence that the place where I first worked is now supposedly the same coincidence that is making the 2024 New York Mets win. It's hysterical. Are we going to have the Hamburglar place center field? Is Ronald McDonald gonna catch for Grimace? I mean, where are we going with this? No, it's just a coincidence. It's a fun coincidence. I saw something else that when Alvarez went out, they're now 17 of 18. If that's true, that they've won 17 of 18, that's more of the deeper coincidence that is a bit of a shock. Okay. So the Mets are doing well. Aiden, you'll be happy with that. The Mets are doing very well. And I'll leave it at that for now. The Mets are not the best team. Right now, obviously, the Yankees are the best team. I'll get to that in a minute. So Hope Week for the New York Yankees, and this is interesting. And this is a feel-good story. It really is. For all people that watch it. So the New York Yankees and first honored the velocity effect. They honored Rehan Staton, Staton, and his nonprofit reciprocity effect. One day, and it's a quote from the story. One day, HLS student Rehan Staton asked the custodian how she was doing. Her response was, quote, "I'm sorry, I didn't know you were talking to me." Students would rather look at the wall than talk to me. This troubled Rehan, and after talking to various support staff members, he realized that many of the blue-collar staff felt similarly about students' engagement. Rehan responded by using his savings from working as a summer associate at a law firm to buy Amazon gift cards for 100 HLS support staff members, which he personally delivered inside a handwritten thank you card. Now that is community service at its finest. It truly is. The response from the staff was moving. Many of them emphasized how great it felt to finally be seen by a student. Based on this experience, Rehan founded the recipient. He could have made this an easier name. The reciprocity effect to combat the disconnect between staff and students. The purpose of the organization is to create a more holistic HLS community whose members reciprocally, and I said that wrong too, support one another. Not too bad. I skipped over the Grimace one. Oh well. I have a whole Grimace thing here. And we have another comment. Is it my son or is it start today? It is start today. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little whatever that is. Okay, start today. Next, some MLB notes. I got some, not a lot. Let's see what we got here. I'll get to that. All right. Phillies fans, I'm sure you know this already. JT Realmuto set to undergo meniscot. I should have said this right. Menis. Okay, it's something with his right knee to alleviate pain caused by a torn meniscus. Wow, I can't do science at all. Meniscus. Yeah, that's what it is. Meniscus that has been playing through. That he's been playing through. Realmuto is expected to miss about a month after recovering from this. Yay. I guess is that literally everything? Oh no, there's another one. And this is big. I forgot about this one. So, the pitcher, and Garrett, by the way, Garrett Cole's pitching tomorrow. That's a big thing. It's on Amazon Prime if you haven't heard. They said it on Yes already. That Garrett Cole and yet the Yankee game will be on Amazon Prime tomorrow. But Garrett Cole has not been the best pitcher this season. This man, playing out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And from what I wrote to what is now is a little different. The 22-year-old's second start fully announced his presence. He flashed talent in his first outing, but in the second, facing the Cubs. Who did I say he played for? I don't know who I said he played. Oh, Pittsburgh, that's right. For the second straight time, Paul Skeens. Skenes. If you don't know his name, get to know him. He's gonna be, I don't know, Tom Glavine? Maybe? I mean, this is good. Oh, I got two comments now. Hold on a second. Let's see. Monakis, yeah. You're right. I had it the second time. And Hunter said he's going to watch your podcast. Is he going to watch it with you, Aiden? Or is he? I don't think he's going to watch it on his own. So, as I was saying, in the... Okay. gets in. He had already seen him. It's absurd. He got a trash talk before this game. This star. Oh, did I say? I didn't say. Skeen struck out 11 for 6. Abuse wasn't bad, actually. I'm going to figure this out before the end of before next week, guys. By the way, yeah, I know I'm breaking out. There is a glitch. I know. It's something in my computer starts today. I know. Trust me. I'm not happy with this, but I'm getting through this, guys. Hopefully you're paying attention. You're liking what I'm saying. Like I said, this Paul Skeens, Otani. Okay, I'm here. I'm not. I'm here. Face Otani compared to Babe Ruth by his peers. Skeens blew 3 100-mile-an-hour fastballs to him. This was back in 6/11, so June 11th. In his 6th MLB start, which saw him fan 8 Cardinals and getting a standing ovation. So through 6 starts, through 3-0, he's 4-0 now. Like, this kid is legit good. He's got a 2.43 ERA and 12 and a half strikeouts per 9 innings. That's sick. That's Dwight Gooden sick. I mean, let's be real about this. Another comment. I'm waiting for Mad Max with a Pepsi commercial. I don't have any commercials right now. Nobody's paying me, dude. Someone wants to pay me for a commercial. I'll talk it. I'll talk it up. And then hopefully I can do a video, but then again, I got to figure out my computer for a video. Anywho. Okay. So what else do we want to talk about? Let's talk about. Let me go to this email. Hopefully I won't freeze again. This was an interesting one for me. That's not it. Where's the star? I might have to do this. Let's see. Jim Bowden. So Jim Bowden wrote an article. There we go. No, deadline priorities. That's what I wrote. Yes, that's it. Let's see. Read full story. Let's see if I can get this story read real quickly to you guys. It's a very interesting perspective on the priorities of each team. Now, if I honestly can go to each team, well, I don't think I need that anymore. So let's get rid of that. See, now's where I need the comments. This thing is loading. All right, let's see. So, with only 48 days until the MLB trade deadline, it's time to look at specific trade targets that make sense for contending teams. So, start today. I forgot what fan you are of baseball. I remember Atlanta Falcons, but I don't remember baseball. I know Aiden is obviously a Met fan. I see 3, so I'm forgetting somebody or not seeing who somebody is. It could be anybody too. The biggest names being targeted by teams, including starting pitchers, are Jesus Luzardo of the Marlins, Luis Severino of the Mets. Really, the Mets are going to trade Severino? I don't think so. Nobody's going to want Severino. I promise you, Mets fans. If you want to trade him, I don't think it's going to happen. Garrett Crochet and Eric Fetty of the White Sox. Those two could be going somewhere. Mets, Yankees, Phillies, or anybody else in the West. Houston possibly because of Verlander getting hurt. And Jack Flaherty of the Tigers. And they're also saying Pete Alonso. Let's get to the 2 comments before I get to Pete Alonso. I got a little talk about Pete Alonso. LG. Oh, Mets. Okay, so you're a Mets fan too. To start today. Okay. Hunter. Oh, it's Hunter who's watching on his own tablet. Oh, that's awesome. Now, Hunter, you should put a new name so I can see your name instead of your brother's, who is Charger NJ. Okay, just saying, Hunter. Just saying. All right, let's go back and to the priorities. Okay, so Pete Alonso. He has been talked about for a good 2 to 3 weeks about possibly being trade bait. And unless the Mets don't think they can sign him, then I say do it. I don't like it because you have a solid base, and Bailey's going to get better. You just need pitching. I mean, honestly, you got a decent hit, lineup, in my opinion. And JD Martinez makes it better. You got to coincide and hit more to get rid of Pete Alonso, and you got nobody to replace him. I mean, nobody. Like, there's no. You might have to trade for somebody in the Yankees first baseman. I think now that we got this guy in Ben Rice. No, we have a touch the screen there. There we go. Anyway, so who else? Let's see. American. Okay, so interesting. So he thinks the Yankees are targeting first and second baseman. I am not surprised on the second baseman. I think first we're good. I think now that Ben Rice is here, and unless he talks too, and if he talks, then so be it. But targets are Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Toronto's not trading with the Yankees. Pete Alonso. Mets are not trading a big name like that to the Yankees. Yandy Diaz, Connor Joe, Paul Goldschmidt, Josh Bell. Worst comes to worst, I'll take Paul Goldschmidt, but I'd hate to see who we're getting rid of. And for second base, Nolan Gorman, Jonathan India, Edward, and I'm guessing that's Edward, Julian. Only person I'd take out of that, because that's the only person I really know, is Jonathan India. I will take India on my team all day, every day. Replaced by a pinch runner. Aaron Judge is out now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Aaron Judge got taken out. This is not good. Anyway, so the Yankees will monitor the right side of their infield. Yeah, okay, got it. Okay, so the Yankees, we need a second baseman, and Jonathan India, I will be, trying to get the Yankees to get in my head and try to get Jonathan India. I don't care about Baltimore. Boston, no. So we want to hear Mets, obviously, right, guys? Yeah, Mets fans. I'm assuming Hunter just got on as I see 4 now. I'll find the Mets. Let's see. Who is the Mets go-to for people? Phillies, don't care. Braves, don't care. Nationals, there we go. Position targets. Prospects, starting pitching, offense. The Mets are going to be solid because they need to take advantage of this trade deadline to keep adding solid prospects to their farm system. That first line is not wrong. He's absolutely right, but if this team can win, they need to start winning. Then, albeit they are winning, they got 6 wins. If they can win 10 of 12, 14 of 20, they're going to do well. There's going to be less yelling in this house because they'll be doing well. But, I mean, to trade Severino, I don't think is even formidable. It doesn't make any sense to me. Who wants Severino? Mets fans, tell me, who wants Severino? Let's see. He starts today. It's a tough situation with Alonso. He's at his peak, and it's not close to his rookie year. Plus, how long did you sign him? You know he's going to want a lot of money for a long time. Will he get better? Pete, I think he's gonna want 6 years, maybe 7. I think they can get him down to 5, but that's gonna be tough. I mean, if they're smarter than me in these boardrooms, they should know what they're looking for. July 31st, or if is it August 31st now, we're gonna know something then a lot better than now, especially with Severino. But with Alonso, it's obviously going to come down to his money or what they think he's worth in the long term. I mean, I think it's 50-50, maybe even better that he gets traded. I really do, and I know that's going to upset my new lovely wife, but I think it's more than a possibility. I think that's it for that. I'm not getting into everything. Although, hold on, let's see the Dodgers. Well, Pittsburgh. Okay, so remember I talked about schemes. Pittsburgh, their position targets are offense, and there's a couple people. JD Martinez, they could trade for him. I mean, if the Mets are really traders. De La Cruz, Brian De La Cruz, Tyler O'Neill, Ryan McMahon, Taylor Ward. These are possibilities. Absolutely. Luis Robert Jr. I think he's a Marlin. I mean, if half of those, if not all, can be traded for to Pittsburgh, the NL Central needs to watch out because Pittsburgh will become a dominant team quicker than they can think. It's the absolute truth. Dodgers, they need an outfield and a bullpen. Yeah, you know what? The bullpen I buy because the bullpen has been less than solid. They have to win games 8-5, 8-6. They can't win games 2-0. They can't. The Dodgers are not built for that. Their pitchers have been underwhelming at best. And I'm touching the desk. Apparently, touching the desk is the issue. Okay, no. I'll get this fixed before next week, guys. I really will. San Diego, I thought they'd be sellers. Honestly, I really thought San Diego would be sellers. They're not a good team. They're getting beat by big teams or by better teams. So, yeah, I just don't see that. Okay, let's do some football. Let me get out of this MLB. Let's see if that makes it better. So let's talk some football. What do I got here? Okay. First things first. The latest quarterback to get paid. Anybody know who that is? I got one person left I see. What was the big quarterback that went down? I'll give you three. I'll give you 5 seconds to type it. If not, I will say it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer: Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville. 5 years, $275 million, $55 million a year, $200 million guaranteed. Crazy. Now, what's crazy about this? And we have an answer? Was I too quick? Rodgers. Incorrect, my friend. Incorrect. Incorrect. Okay. So, yeah, it was not Rodgers. It was Trevor Lawrence. Now, this is the screwed up thing. He has a record, and it starts today. I'm sure you will agree with this. 20-30 record, and he's getting $275 million. If I could be a 40% worker and make even half of that, I'd be okay. I'd be set for life. But see, this is the inconsistencies of the regular man and the men that can throw a ball 50 to 60 yards but only win half their games, if not less. And he's got an 85 passer rating, which I think is better than Daniel Jones, but his 20-30 record is not. I mean, this is the reason that almost every kid wants to be a quarterback, because the top 30 quarterbacks make this money. I mean, And now think about who's going to get the next paycheck. These are the names: Jordan Love, Tua Tagovailoa, and Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott being the one who you know is either getting it from Dallas or getting it from somewhere else. He's a proven quarterback that can play. You just got to put a team around him, the right team. And Dallas may lose Dak, and who knows if their fans care. They haven't won with them, so I can honestly see, that's possibly the case. And I even wrote down here the answer for Dak might be at least $60 million a year. So this is where Aaron Rodgers, he was in the wrong era of playing football. Tom Brady in the wrong era of playing football. They would be money. But to be mediocre, you're making more money. That these agents are getting good at swindling these owners. They really are. And I need to talk about this. NFL docs, your Atlanta Falcons start today. The 2025 fifth round pick fines the club $250,000 for violating anti-tampering policy. Why? These rules are there for a reason. And especially in a time of social media, how do you screw this up? And if I'm a fan of the Falcons, I'm probably feeling the same way. I have to be. I'm losing a fifth round pick, a possibility of a good player, because we tamper with one or two top guys, including your now quarterback. I don't know. I have no words to any of that. All right, since I have Start Today on, it looks like Start Today you might want to answer some, your football trivia, since I got you on. What would you say? Let's see. Oh, bad news. Yeah, no doubt, dude. No doubt that's bad news for you. I mean, it's a joke. It really is. All right. I got 6 questions here. I got the answers, and they're pretty interesting answers. So if you do, I'll let you just got to let me know. All right, here's question 1. The father was a key member of the Broncos Super Bowl 32 and 33 championship teams and played 13 NFL seasons. His oldest son led the NFL in rushing in 2023 and helped the 49ers make Super Bowl 48. Yeah, 40 LVII 48. His youngest son was selected by the Commanders in the 2024 draft. Who is this real-life NFL dynasty family? I only need the last name. I think you probably already have it. Mark Bavaro. Nah. McCaffrey. Ed McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey, and Luke McCaffrey. Those are the 3. Bavaro, dude. You're around my same age. If I think who this is, I'm gonna call you out. I think Kyle. We're close to the same age. We're close. Mark Bavaro and McCaffrey. I mean, they might have played in the same. No, they didn't actually. Ed McCaffrey played in the 90s. Mark Bavaro played in the 80s. Okay, here's another one. Might be a little harder, actually. I'm not trying to go harder, but this is, I think, a little harder. So I got another NFL dynasty family. This player, nicknamed Ironhead, played 11 seasons as an NFL running back. Today, one son, drafted in 2011, has 80.5 career sacks to date, and his other son, drafted in 2022, so 11 years later, are teammates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can you name the family? Should I do Jeopardy? You think you don't know? I have this the comments up, so I'm seeing to see if you know it. If you don't know, it's okay. The answer. Well, you can do a wild guess. I'm good with that. What's your guess? Two guys that are teammates now on the Steelers. Then it's not Watt. I know you don't know Aiden. Not Mark Bavaro. The Haywoods, Craig, Cameron, and Connor. Okay. I think you might get two of the next three there start today. Let's see. Father and son duo. Both know what it's like to be among NFL's elite defenders. The father played 11 seasons and earned 3 Pro Bowl nods, an All-Pro selection, while the son has made 2 Pro Bowls and an All-Pro team in just 3 seasons to date. I'll give you another hint. They both play for Denver. Played for Denver. Might be pretty easy given that clue. Sims. You're in the wrong. Sims played. Who did Chris Sims play for? And he was offense, not defense. These are defense. The Surtains. Patrick in the first and second. Wonderful. Yankee update. Not Elway. Surtain. Like I said, defensive. All right. He is one of the NFL's top ball-hawking cornerbacks, tallying 51 career interceptions over an 11-year career that included a pair of Super Bowls with the Patriots. His son was drafted by the Los Angeles Chargers in 2021 and is now entering his 4th season. The father played with the Eagles. The son plays with the Chargers. And since you're no, not Deion Sanders. Deion never played with. Deion played with the Niners, the Cowboys, and the Falcons. I don't think he played with anybody else. The Eagles, who actually, if I'm correct, also played on the Denver Broncos. At least the father did. Asante Samuel Sr. and Jr. Jr. was on the Chargers. Asante Samuel Jr. was on the Eagles and possibly the Broncos as well. And he might have even played for the then Redskins, now Commanders. All right, 2 more, real quick. He was drafted by the Buccaneers in 2020 and has earned a Pro Bowl and All-Pro honors in his career as well as the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl he got with Tom Brady. Before that, his father had made 3 Pro Bowls over a 14-year career with the Bills and Vikings from 1999 to 2012. Now, my guess, he had his son young. Because, I don't. 2012, and then his son got drafted in 2020. He had his son young. I'm sure the Wikipedia would blow up on this one. Probably, this is the hard one I didn't think you'd get. The answer, Antoine Winfield Sr. and Jr. Not easy. Last one. The link between this family and the NFC South spans 2 generations. The father made each of his 4 Pro Bowls as a member of the New Orleans Saints, while his son entering his 4th season with the Carolina Panthers, who drafted him in 2021. Yeah, more traffic than 287, no doubt about that. So did you get my last question? NFC South spans 2 generations in the South, in NFC South. The father was a big-time New Orleans Saint. His son is still making his own as a Carolina Panther. Can you name him? Weirdly enough, the answer, and I'm not going to say yet, but you said it in your last comment today. Traffic. Something that goes along with traffic is this man's, the 2 gentlemen's last name. Hunter, Aiden, if you're watching, What do you do when you're in a car? When someone cuts you off? You beep your what? Anybody? Patrick? No. What do you do when someone cuts you off in a car? What do? You beep your what? Four letters. But yeah, you can do that too. I said beep your, not flip your. Yeah, very. Aiden got it. Look at that. Oh my God. With all of those clues. You Hulk. Look at that start today. My 9-year-old son got it with those clues. Go figure. Wow. Okay, that wasn't bad. I gotta do stuff like that. That was pretty good. I like that. Okay. What's next? I already went an hour and 3 minutes. Okay. This stuff should be quick. Okay. So, for all Madden fans, and I'm not sure my son is there yet, but he might be soon enough. Either son. 2 more comments. Oh boy. What we got? Yeah. Aiden is saying, yeah. Yep. Okay. As I was saying, Christian McCaffrey for getting the Madden 25 cover athlete. Now, for fantasy football, do we want to pick this guy now? That he's now on the cover? Is he jinxed? I still might pick him. If I got one of the top 4 picks, McCaffrey might be my guy. But this game is probably every Madden game is always better. So let's see what the ins and outs of this game are. All right, real quick on this one because that's not good. Willie Mays just died at 93 years old. Oh my God. So I just got an alert that Willie Mays just died. Oh boy, that's very sad. Well, for baseball as a whole. That's why I like having my phone out. Do you get these alerts that go on while I'm online? Okay, I don't care that there's inventory. Right. Yeah, Willie Mays. Breaking news: Willie Mays just died. Passed away at 93 years old. I'll get this comment before I go to Caitlin and Angel. Let's see. Yes, very sad. Absolutely very sad. I don't even usually get breaking news like that. I mean, that's pretty big. That's wow. I don't expect to break stuff like that. All right, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Now, start today if you're anything into NBA, WNBA, or college, and what's been going on with this new WNBA. I know my boys are not as much into it. This is good and bad for both the WNBA. The good, it gets some exposure. It gets the word out. It gets the numbers up. The bad, these girls, especially Angel Reese, needs to understand that you're looking worse than you really are. By blaming referees makes you look bad. That alone has made athletes look bad for decades. You can't blame the referee, especially if they're not in the wrong. When you foul someone and you hit them in the head, and I mean hit them in the head, I saw that on multiple back and forth replays. In my mind, Angel Reese was wrong. You're whining. You look petty. Caitlin Clark, for whatever it's worth, is actually playing better than she was game 1. She's getting better every game. And that's not something you see from a rookie, period. I mean, how is she starting? This is not a great team in the Indiana Fever. What are they, 5-9, 4-10? No, they're better than Angel Reese at Chicago Sky. And that's another thing. When you're worse than the player you're going up against, you shouldn't be really agitating them because that whole team, the fever at some point is going to go on you. All right, what another comment? I'm shocked, dude. I'll put it up. I'll say it. I'm shocked you haven't brought up Angel Hernandez. I don't want to put a downer on this, honestly. I don't. I'm glad to see him go. I'm not upset. Like, I mean, I'm more upset that he was there as long as he was. But I understood why he was there as long as he was. This last year has not been good. His three, you know, what the hell is it called? His 3 months that he was umpiring, they've been egregious. But he's not the only one. You said me too, yeah. See, he's not the only one that was bad. There's multiple ones that are bad. And I see it a lot when I watch Yankee games. You know, these umpires are just, with Judge and with Stanton and with not with Soto as much. The Giants announced it. Okay, the Giants announced more than anything. Okay, you know, I've seen it more with the Yankees, and I have seen a few Mets games here and there as well that have said, have had these umpires be stupid. But like I said, in WNBA, they're not being stupid. WNBA, Caitlin Clark's doing what she got to do. Angel Reese, she's acting up. And I'll tell you, Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso's on that team too. They should be better than they are. For whatever reason, they're not. They were picked pretty high in that draft. All the girls who got picked high, those teams aren't doing good. The Fever's not great. The Sky's not great. The Sparks, who picked Brink, Cameron Brink, gorgeous girl. I mean, my God, legs that go keep going, but they're not good either. You know, there's a certain aspect of, you know, sports that it's great that you got picked so high. You're this and you're that, and I have no face. Now I have a face. You're the face of the WNBA, but you don't have a good team. You don't have the connection that the New York Liberty have, that the, who am I forgetting, the Vegas Aces have. Those are the teams that you want to be, because they were 11 and 12 in the draft, and they're still doing good. There's nothing stopping them right now. They're going to face each other again. That's a very top-sided league at the moment, when those two teams are the best teams every year. I hate to say it, it's almost like high school. High schools are like that. Remember, think about it. It's been 30 plus years since I've been in high school. But high schools are very top heavy, especially teams that have better kids for a 4-year period, and then you have that lull. So for 4 years, you're good, if not great, but then you lose that round of kids, and you have to retool. And sometimes you're retooling the kids that aren't as good. So you go from doing well for 4 years, and then maybe sucking for 6. I mean, that's what the WNBA seems like right now. So we'll see. I just know that Angel Reese really needs to get her together. And as much as I'm not a fan, I'm sure Beth could say better, more eloquent things of why she really does not like Angel Reese. And it all stems back to this. It all stems back to that. If you know what I did, it's not John Cena. It is, but it's not. It's what she did on a court about a year and a half ago. Okay. This shocked me. Joey Chestnut has been banished from the 2024 Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Contest. The reason? He is marketing a plant-based hot dog for a plant-based company. In the rules, it's stated you can't market or with somebody else's hot dog when you're doing the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Contest. He's done this for years. What did he not know? I mean, if he wanted out, just say, I want out. Why get banished? That's silly. That's just somebody messed up somewhere. And I don't want to hear I was high for 2 weeks. Somebody messed up on a marketing team. You can't tell me a hot dog guy doesn't have an agent. Somebody's got a handler somewhere that is supposed to know what you are and are not supposed to do. I don't get it. All right, I'm going to run through some quick things here, quick hits, and then I'm going to be done. Looks like I made it mostly through. Rutgers gets a commitment from a 4-star player. Where's the? I had it right there. Rutgers gets a commitment from a 4-star player, Tariq Heyer. I think it's Heyer. Heyer is the number 98 player of the class of 2025 from the ESPN 300. And for Rutgers, good for them. They're a top 10 safety he's a top 10 safety prospect on ESPN 300 and a 4-star prospect also on 2 other prospective you know what I'm talking. You guys know what I'm talking about. Perspective lists. He's on the on3.com and 247sports.com. And as of 6/9, so as of a week ago, Rutgers has 21 commitments. Good for them. That's good for Rutgers. I'm really rooting for them. I am. I mean, they're pretty local in that, you know. I'd love to talk more about Rutgers, honestly. What we got here. I will do it at the end, Aiden. Relax. Just relax. Okay. We're going to do it at the end. Oh, why did we go? Okay, I'm back. Okay, like I said, Aiden, I only got 2 left. Okay. Oh, he had another comment. Yes, I want to hear more about it. Okay, I will get to it. I promise. I'm almost done. Where am I? Okay. Bon Jovi released their 16th studio album. Really good album. I've listened to a couple of songs already. Forever is the album. Legendary. It's a great song. It's the first single off the album that was released on June 7th. Also on June 7th. Sorry, that's June 2nd. Wonderful. Home run by Kyle Schwarber. Yay. Lou Gehrig Day will now always, and I mean always, so everybody who sees this down the road, always on June 2nd will be Lou Gehrig Day, starting this season. Now, I know Aiden missed this, and he was upset when he missed it. National Donut Day was June 7th. National Donut Day. So everybody knows this. National Donut Day was established in 1938, designated for the first Friday of June by the Salvation Army to honor women who served as donut lassies. So get your donuts on the first Friday of every June. It's a free donut. I bet this is Aiden. Nope. Did I hear about the MLB team? Yeah, that's the A's going in 3 years. Yes, I did hear about that. That's 3 years. We'll talk about that in a few years when they move. You know, I'm not worried. I know they're only going because they got no fans. That's why. Okay, so that Donut Day. Everybody remember Donut Day. Aiden, is that you? Yes, donuts, yes. There you go, Aiden. Aiden, there's your donut right there. Anyway. Next. Now, Aiden Hunter may not be something you want to know about yet. So today, this is probably a funny thing for you. Take a listen to this. And everybody else who does actually watch. Where did I put it? Here we go. Hello. I know I saw William's down. Okay. My wife just came in to tell me that William is dead. Anyway.
Do my due diligence.
Yes, I know. 2 more comments. Aiden, yay, and then Aiden with the donuts, yes. Yeah, Aiden loves his donuts. Anywho, so, getting back to this. June 7th, Tokyo's government came out with its own dating app. Here's why. an interesting thing. Japan's fertility rate plunged to a record low. The nation of nearly 124 million people only recorded 727 births last year, new data shows. See, even I can find weird stuff. That is a weird thing to find. Japan, Tokyo's government, it now has its own dating site. That's a weird thing to see. Okay. For local news, and I have this written down somewhere. There it is. And so today, I believe you live somewhere near Eatontown, so this is probably big for you. Nicole Kushner-Meyer, president of Kushner Companies, owned also by Jared Kushner, we know as Donald Trump's son-in-law, spoke at a groundbreaking for Monmouth Square, which will now be replacing Monmouth Mall in Eatontown. The developer will redevelop the mall into a modern open-air facility. With 900 square feet of retail and 1,000 and a restaurant space, which will be on its second level, if I remember correctly. And a public green, pedestrian pathways, 1,000 residential units, and a medical office space. And this was done on May 9th. I repeated it twice. Okay. So I'm curious on how this is. My one, I guess, issue, and I think a lot of people might say the same thing, traffic's going to be horrendous. I'm not going to want to go to Eatontown, and I love Eatontown. It's my home. It's my hometown anyway. Let's see. That's got to be the funniest comment I think I've seen in my 42 episodes. Wow. I told you, a crazy story will find you a crazy thing. Now, 10 Twins is breaking that Little Willie Mays died. How many people are going to break it already? I already broke it. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. I realized to any of the adults, you get the joke. Aiden Hunter, back to here. Ends her ex. She'll probably get. Am I back? Hello? Hello? I will try to go quick so I can get this done. Okay. Taylor Swift ends her Eras tour. What did I say? I said I think she's marrying Travis Kelce next. That's just me. She was upset that she wasn't at the ring ceremony when they had the ring ceremony in Kansas City. She was somewhere else. Oh, what a shame. It is what it is. Okay. Have you ever heard of this? I know I was telling the boys this last week. Excuse me. There is a Mascot Hall of Fame. And in 2024 Mascot Hall of Fame is... I'm debating whether I want to share. Present. Share screen. Let's see if it'll work. Here. There we go. The Mascot Hall of Fame. Houston Astros, Orbit. Montana, University of Montana, Monty. San Francisco Giants, Lucio. And Jacksonville Jaguars, Jackson DeVille. Those are the mascots that are going into the Mascot Hall of Fame. Do you know all the mascots that are in the Mascot Hall of Fame? Meet the Hall of Famers. We can go by league. Let's go baseball. There's 8. Why is that not baseball? There we go. The Oriole Bird, Southpaw, Chicago, Kansas City, Cleveland's is Slider, Philly Fanatic, Orbit's going in this year. Of course, Mr. Met, and Lucio is also going this year. We got 2 comments. Yeah, of course I'm back, Aiden. Thank you. And what is... She will break up with him soon. She needs a new breakup song. I don't think it's happening, bro. I think this is her guy. I truly do. I don't think she's breaking up with him. That's just my opinion, but I also thought Ben and Jen were actually going to stay together, too. Anyway. Back to the mascots. That's baseball mascots, pretty cool. I think the NHL mascots are really cool that are in there. Youppi and Tommy Hawk. There's going to be a few more. There's definitely going to be a few more. NBA, there's 7 in the NBA. Phoenix Suns, no Gorilla, no surprise. The Coyote, didn't know, but he was a big one. Rocky the Mountain Lion, he can slam dunk with the best of them. Indiana Pacer Boomer. Houston Rockets Clutch the Bear. The Jazz Bear's been doing it forever, so he's probably one of the first ones in. And of course, Benny the Bull from Chicago. Let's see. Let's go. NFL. The NFL one is intriguing because if you think about it, there's not that many NFL mascots. You got the KC Wolf. I think he only got it because they won a Super Bowl. Jacksonville's going in this year, and Blue was probably the first one to go in. Again, there's not many. The Giants don't have one. The Jets don't have one. Other teams just don't have one. Mister? Aiden, why do you think Mister? I don't even get it. All right, let me get out of this. I can get rid of this. Remove. There we go. And stop sharing. Hold on 1 second. I got to stop sharing. Perfect. Now you see me better. And everybody left. I want to hear about Velvet. We're almost there. Hold on. I think we're almost there. Alright, I got one thing left, and then I'll talk about it. One thing, and I promise Aiden I'll talk about it. So, tomorrow is Juneteenth, and I think this is very important. I think, and honestly, I'll be truthfully honest about this. As a white man, I didn't know about this until last year or the year before. This wasn't taught in school. This wasn't taught to me. When I went to college for the few years I went, I didn't learn it. I think everybody should know it. It's something that it dates back to when it dates back, and it's around the time of obviously the Civil War, and just the things that happened in Oklahoma at the time. It's horrible to think that this is what happened, and it saddens me that this happened. I'll talk a little bit what's on Wikipedia. What's the comment we got? I'm so happy Chazz is back. Yes, I'm back, and this better work for this because I really want to talk about this. I really want people to see what my comments are or what my thoughts are on this. Juneteenth, officially Juneteenth National Independence Day, is the federal holiday in the United States. It is celebrated annually on June 19th to commemorate the ending of slavery in the United States. Interesting how that's the date that they put to it, given what happened on that date in 1865. When Major General Gordon Granger ordered the final enforcement of the Emancipation Proclamation in Texas at the end of the American Civil War. Although this date commemorates enslaved people learning of their freedom under the Emancipation Proclamation, this is only applied to former Confederate states. There remain legally enslaved people in states that never seceded from the Union. These people did not gain their freedom until the ratification of the 13th Amendment in the United States until December 6th, 1865. So another 6 months. That's a shame. Early celebrations date back to 1866 at the involving church-centered community gathering in Texas. They spread across to the South amongst newly freed African American slaves and their descendants and became more commercialized in the 1920s and 30s, often centering on a food festival. Participants in the Great Migration brought these celebrations to the rest of the country. During the Civil Rights Movement of the 60s, these celebrations were eclipsed by nonviolent determination to achieve civil rights, but grew in popularity again in the 1970s with a focus on African American freedom and African American arts. Beginning with Texas by proclamation in 1938 and by legislation by 1979, every U.S. state and the District of Columbia has formally recognized this holiday in some way. And Juneteenth became the first federal holiday since Martin Luther King Day to be adopted since 1983. Interesting educational stuff. Very interesting. And I felt that this is the least I can do to bring this forward and bring this out to kids who are going to public school still and in New Jersey and actually getting off tomorrow because this holiday that they probably don't know about. Some do, some don't. Yeah, so, okay. So, before I get to what I'm going to say about this, let me get off that. And to what do you want to talk about? And the two of you have said you want to talk about the Velveteen Rabbit. So what is the Velveteen Rabbit? People also ask, what is the moral of the Velveteen Rabbit? What is the story of the Velveteen Rabbit about? What illness did the boy have in the Velveteen Rabbit? And what was the famous quote? Let's go to the famous quote. Famous quote from the Velveteen Rabbit. Aiden, you can tell me if this is one of your lines or somebody else's line. Quote, once you are real, you can't become unreal again. It lasts for always. That's the quote. That's the most famous quote. What do I got as a comment? It's cake. No, it's not cake. This is a story. Okay, so the moral of the Velveteen Rabbit is that one's sense of self-worth is often something that an individual only achieves after a long period of time. Aiden said, yes, the skin horse says it. Okay, the skin horse says it. Got it. So the Velveteen Rabbit, the moral of the Velveteen Rabbit is one sense of self-worth is often something that an individual only achieves after a long period of time. The process can be difficult or painful, but there is a sense. What's a skin horse? Aiden, can you tell me what a skin horse is? It is my friend Start Today wants to know what a skin horse is. And before I Google it, I'll let you answer. What was I saying? So the process can be difficult or painful, but there is a sense of wholeness of being real to be found at the end of the journey. So what it is, it chronicles a story, okay? So today, the Velveteen Rabbit, it chronicles the story of a stuffed rabbit and his desire to become real through the love of his owner. Okay. Aiden said, Start Today, I'll show what Aiden said. Aiden said, it's a toy horse, basically. So there is a movie you can see Start Today that we watched, Aiden, Hunter, and I, and my wife, my now wife, fiance then. You said something else? Thank you, Treasure NJ. Nice. Look at that. Aiden, he said thank you. We watched it, and it's an interesting moral story. Like it's a good kid story. It really is. And I'm glad to see that my son he's playing one of the two rabbits in his production. The kids that they split it up. So Aiden and somebody else will be Rabbit 1 and Rabbit 2, and there's somebody else in the other show that will be a Rabbit 1 and Rabbit 2. So Aiden is in the Bloomsburg production. Hold on. Aiden said, you're welcome. Anyway. So, where was I? Yeah, here. Show, there we go. So, Aiden's show runs from July 11th, 12th, something like that, right, Aiden? All the way through the July 26th or 7th. We're going to get tickets for your sensory show, Aiden. Okay, that's the one at 1 o'clock. Beth and I looked, and we saw that's what we're going to see. We're going to go to the 1 o'clock show. That's on the 20th, if I'm correct. That's where we're going to get those tickets. And another comment. Oh, here we go. July 11th through July 28th are the shows. So the 20th, which is that Saturday. Thank you, Aiden, for that. That if anybody wants to go, if you know Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, they have a theater ensemble there. This is when the show is going to run, July 11th through July 28th. That's a perfect one right there, Aiden. Good job. All right, so like I said, it's a nice, cute, moral children's story. And it has adults in it, not too many, but it has adults in it. So if you're ever in Pennsylvania Start Today, head out there. It's North Central Pennsylvania. It's a good theater group. It really is. I've been following for a while. So that's my talk on that. If anyone wants to join into the conversation, and I don't mean in the comments, I mean actually coming in, having a conversation, people listening to that conversation. I love it. I ask for that constantly, and I hope I get it soon. Honestly, because you know Bloomsburg. Okay, look at that. It's It's Bloomsburg. BLOOMSBURG. Typing is not your forte, is it? So today. I used to eat crackers on Jonathan Street and throw rocks down the rock farm. Aiden, do you know Jonathan Street? I don't. That's something. I think Start Today and Aiden need to have a conversation, because I think Start Today knows Bloomsburg a little bit more than I do. But like I said, so if anybody wants to join in the conversation, I know people will watch this later, and I hope people will watch this through the blackness of my computer that goes nuts. You know, there's a lot of good topics here to listen to, a lot of good topics to talk about. I'm glad I'm back. I needed to be back. I was making Beth nuts by talking to her and talking too much, and I've already passed an hour and a half. Wow. And Aiden, how are you still awake? Oh, you don't know where Jonathan Street is? Okay, no problem. No problem. But again, like I said, if you can want to join me, hopefully my computer will be better next week. And then the next week's episode 43 will be next Tuesday, June 25th, 2024 at 8 p.m., hopefully with a better computer. Possibly. 2 more comments. Thank you for welcoming me back. I do appreciate it. It's been a long, arduous road. It really has. And my son, I'm going to bed at 10. I might be going to bed at 10 too. And Daddy had a long day. Not just trying to figure this out. So, I appreciate you guys listening and commenting back and forth. I do appreciate it. I know it's probably what extended it a little bit. Wait, you can stay up till 11. It's so not on a day like today. Start today. Not on a day like today. My voice is going, and I've been drinking. I see that's not helping. I gotta go make my lunch and go to bed, man. I don't know. I'm basically done. I might not even market this tonight. I would market it tomorrow. But like I said, next week I should have this done. I'm going to look at my computer. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to find out why, for whatever reason, I go out. It doesn't make sense. I have no Wi-Fi there, but yet I can watch a Yankee game in front of me on my phone with full Wi-Fi. So there's something in my computer that needs to be fixed. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you for episode 43 next week. Hopefully my voice has been good with the audio. I have people commenting. Another comment. And when you're 21, you can stay up till 12. Well, when I was 21, I did stay up till 12. It looks like my son's off, so I could say this. When I was 21, I was staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning, okay? And waking up around 10 or 9 or 10. I wasn't getting much sleep back then. So, yeah, when my stepson stays up till at least 2 in the morning. You do it then, and you don't hurt yourself. But if you do it too long, and this is a warning from both of my sons, if you stay up too late too long, it will affect you long term. I promise you that, because I did it for too long. You know, and it hurts as I get older. What? It's more about staying up late, Aiden. It's not a thing that you can do for a very long time. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, have a good night, guys. Aiden, Hunter, if you're watching, if you're not watching, Start Today. I'll see everybody next week. Have a good night.